Hello, my name is Lavender Labia, but my mother calls me more sexually active than a Catholic priest at a boys' choir convention. Before we begin today's show, I am required by law to give the following content warning. Do not watch this show under any circumstances. You will be offended. And if you are not offended, what the hell is wrong with you? Now, before we begin, here's some news from our in-game world. Sick of Holocaust denial, the State of Israel has embarked upon a demonstration. A spokesman for Children's Tactical Wear confirms they've been awarded the new US school uniform contract. Greece reports its lowest level of road accidents in 2 decades following the effective culling of the population in last year's figures. A rabbi accidentally ended world peace today after spotting a surviving Palestinian. After a series of deadly earthquakes, a spokesman for Afghanistan says, "We wouldn't mind, but these things kill the men too." Decent people are disappointed and shocked to learn that J.K. Rowling is alive and writing. The cars destroyed in Luton Airport car park fire must pay the parking fee, says an NCP spokesperson. Northamptonshire's police chief has been caught wearing a medal from the Falklands War despite being too young to have earned the medal. When questioned, he responded with, "I can prove that I'm older than I look. Here's 2 medals I earned in the Boer War." So, let's introduce our players. First off, we have Carlo Sato. Hello, Carlo.
Hello, and always a pleasure being in your presence, Miss Lavender Labia.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I imagine it must be awesome for you, although I do recommend an STD screening when you get back from this show.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Let's bring in Kyle Resnick. Hello, Kyle.
Hello. More trauma. Just trauma.
Okay, let's bring in Bitrate. Hello, Bitrate. You're muted, by the way, Bitrate.
I said I'm not watching the show as you suggested. I'm keeping my eyes
That's a good
closed.
call. Very wise of you. And let's bring in Dirk Vanguard.
Good evening. It's a pleasure to be here.
I imagine it is. I get moist too. So.
Oh, Phil. It's like you never played before.
Oh, God.
What could I have said that wouldn't get?
Nothing.
Right, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to bring the news ticker up and get the GM into the room whilst Carlo gives us a recap of the last session.
Yes. Okay. Oh no. Oh, the black humor headlines just will prevent me from doing an actual summary of last time's session. Well, as I said, I do recall bits and bits of the session, as in I woke up in a landfill. Apparently, I do remember Mr. Resnick post-coitus with some sort of royalty. I don't actually recall what was of Mr. Vanguard bitrate, but we got to know that there was an acquaintance of Madam. Oh fuck! You just tell me their names. Bobbly Boobs 73, was it? There was an acquaintance of this OnlyFans extraordinaire that we could
titted tastefully,
yes, that we could get informations from in order to get in the close proximity with the first OF extraordinaire. So we meet up at, oh yes, Bitrate and Mr. Vanguard were at the Colosseum where they got a mission to prevent disabled people to access the ramp in order to watch the games. And they gladly agreed to that. We do get to meet each other around the Colosseum, steal a car, and drive full speed. I believe it was like 800 kilometers, something like that, in order to get in time in Milan at the San Siro. Was it San Siro Stadium?
Yeah, the big one in Milan, yeah.
Yeah, San Siro Stadium, where there was this live stream in front of 50,000 people of this.
Sorry, it's the guys are cracking up, I think, at the news ticker. It's triggering me.
Yeah, I'm trying not to read those because otherwise we won't go anywhere as of today. By the way, for fuck's sake, his name, the name of the man that we found rumbling and rummaging and going into the stadium surrounded by
Russell Brand.
Russell Brand. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's not relevant down here. Thank God.
Thankfully, it's not that relevant here either, but sadly, he is famous.
Lucky you. And then again, it was trying to get a hold of Titis Tastefully in order to have his way with her. And he also managed to acquire a swarm of his own penises that tried to attack us and Titi Tastefully. But thanks to our sharpshooter, Mr. Resnick, we got the main dick, which was not Russell Brand himself, rather its genitalia, and have all the others deactivated, just exploding in blood. Was there a shiny cutscene where we flee from this wave of blood? Was it?
Oh, I don't know, actually. I think
I do remember something like grabbing this OnlyFans sex worker and running out of the stadium because blood was chasing us, or something. Or was it semen? I don't
it
recall.
ought to be blood and semen, really, a nice sort of mix.
Yeah, disgusting. By the way, thank you, Becky. We put this girl in our car and bring her home. And she insisted we took her home because Milan, and I quote, was full of virgins. So she was scared of walking alone and going alone at home that night. And I do believe that's where we closed last time session, just one. And she also gave us a general address in Venezia about where the last time she saw Bubbly Teeth 73.
But Bubbly Boob is 73,
Boobies.
yeah. So it's what she knows is a parent's address. Apparently, she lives with her parents.
That's
Oh yeah,
She was
right.
able to give you the address
in their
in
basement.
Venice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So your first mission is to get yourself to Venice.
Yeah, we do have a car. We just drive there.
Yeah, but we don't have a hovercraft or a boat or anything like that, unless there's some sort of accessories on this thing like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Wasn't our Aston Martin a flying car?
No.
Fuck.
We get a boat when we get there.
You're right, it was an Aston Martin. That's right, because it took you longer to get there because the GPS on an Aston Martin is shite.
Yes, that's right.
They genuinely are. They really should update them.
Probably only does the UK as well. All the better.
It's the only place that matters, right? Well, that and Saudi Arabia.
Excuse me.
Oh, I reckon we could drive there and worry about the boat when we get there. There could be boats. It's Venice.
Venice, full of them.
All right.
Take a punt.
So you
Still,
get
I wouldn't.
in your stolen car, your stolen Aston Martin, and you plug in Venice into the GPS, and it projects you a route that takes 3 days, appears to go over the Alps 4 times.
And just relocate to go round.
I think we should be all right as long as we keep the mountains on our left hand side and we stop when we get to the sea.
Is there an instruction manual in the glove compartment?
Yeah, sure. Okay, I'll give you that.
I toss it towards probably Kyle and say, while we're driving, can you see if there's any sort of boat accessory type controls in this thing on the off chance?
Right. I am quite prepared to do that. However, I'm still smarting at the fact that everyone was so upset the last time I did some major work on anything.
Yeah, fuck you.
um,
The instruction manual is a safety net.
Okay. You start going through the manual, and it takes you a little while to read it and stuff, but you do find a reference that is relevant as you're reading through. It says, under no circumstances expose this vehicle to water. And at that point, it starts raining. And it immediately starts rusting and falling to pieces.
Oh shit. Yeah, I can I see any sort of cover, a tunnel, a bridge, or something I can go under?
Well, yeah, you could take a route through the Alps. That'll get you through some tunnels.
I mean more in the immediate vicinity rather than going off the beaten track, if at all possible.
So the sat nav's programs a route to keep you dry more of the time. Is that what it does?
I mean, yeah, I don't want the car to rust.
Okay.
Well, it's
Well,
not
you
dangerous.
find a farm in the middle of nowhere and park it in the barn.
but as the car is, as the rain is coming down and the car is starting to rust and fall apart, that's when I'll mention the paragraph that says it should not be exposed to water.
Yeah.
I'm going to wait for that bombshell.
Fuck you, Kyle.
As the driver's door falls off with the rusting hinges, it exposes the part on the chassis where it says "Made in the UK."
Fuck you, Kyle.
Yeah, it's a big fuck you, Kyle, and thanks, Obama. This whole thing.
God, we're lucky it got it this far. Got us this far.
Oh, yeah.
So you,
Like,
you
it's the
find
mountains, it rains.
you find a barn in an old disused abandoned farm off the side of the road, and you pull up into it, and as you pull up, the wheels just kind of fall off.
Right, what kind of farming vehicles are around, if any?
There's an old rusty tractor.
It's probably made in the UK as well.
Okay.
Then.
Yeah.
No, it says
the wheels are just
Lamborghini
falling
on it.
off of it.
Lamborghini tractor.
We have a Lamborghini tractor.
Yeah.
Lamborghini did agricultural driving machines before they did fast cars.
Plows.
That's
Really?
historically accurate, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
they started
stand
building
corrected.
supercars because they wanted to stick a finger to Ferrari.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
because Mr.
There
Lamborghini
you go.
really fucking hated Enzo Ferrari. It's like,
Right, well.
fuck you, Enzo. I can build a better car than you. Turns out you couldn't.
There you go, audience, wherever you are, whoever you are.
That's just detail.
Not only entertaining, educational as well.
Yeah, see, to me,
That's why we are here, though. Historical accuracy.
I know we've only just started this session as I look towards the camera and break the fourth wall. But I think that at this rate, if there's any livestock here, they're going to be more reliable than a fucking vehicle.
At this bit rate.
Oh,
Sorry.
this use
Get
one.
a conviction point, Giorgio, for the worst joke of the night so far. Because, like, usually I have to give that to Ronnie. It's just nice. It's someone else for a change.
I was gonna say, Giorgio, stop stealing my thunder for bad jokes.
I got
It's
5
not thundering yet,
conviction
it's only
now.
raining.
I have schooled you well, my Padawan.
We could always go back to the road and flag down the next passing vehicle.
With
Thing
our
is-
guns. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking, is it do you think it's viable to call our link with our corporation to have an actual amphibious car sent over?
Well,
Or they're
when
gonna
you're
stick a
on a
finger to us
mission,
because we're not on a
just so
mission.
you know, right, you get paid 10,000 credits per mission, and you get a £10,000 allowance for expenses on a mission. However, all of this campaign is taking part during downtime between missions because you're not remembering yourself during a mission.
Yeah, so we can't rely on any
Hmm.
help at all.
we
We're not
could
on
not-
the clock.
We could knock on the door and hope they have a number for an Uber.
No, the chances are Uber have been taken over by crazy chaos. We're gonna have that fucker in the car.
Well, then Dirk can deal with them.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't see any kind of solution, to be honest. It's either
We flagged down the vehicle. That's the only chance we've got, I think. Because
You've got a perfectly serviceable Lamborghini right there.
Yeah, a tractor.
It's like one-seater.
Hey, sit on the wheel arches, you'd be fine.
I'm gonna explore the barns and see if I can find any horses.
Horses.
There's
Are you planning to get into Venetia in the next year?
It was disused.
Faster than a tractor.
It was disused farm.
Yet I don't think they got a jet up their asses.
It's an abandoned farm.
Also.
Okay.
It's northern Italy. It's night. It's raining. You're in an abandoned farm in the middle of nowhere.
Suppose they won't harm us using it then.
You get the odd car driving past on the road, though. It's not like completely horror movie Halloween vibes.
Yet.
We could try and set up a giant flare.
Set
What?
fire to the barn.
Set fire to the barn.
Well, I was thinking more, shoot a rocket out of the attic or something.
and set fire to the barn.
It's either we set the barn on fire or we get help by carabinieri.
Oh,
I
it's
don't
actually
advise any of those options.
it's actually fine in terms of setting fire to the barn. To be honest, you parked an Aston Martin in the barn when it was raining, so it's already developed an electrical fault and is already sparking. Like, unless somebody clears the straw out of the way, there's going to be a fire soon anyway.
Oh, fuck that. Let's.
What
Right.
is it?
Is there a trailer for the tractor?
There's a plough.
A plough.
Well, if the
We're
car
about,
catches
to,
fire,
we're about to furrow an entire fucking field from here to Vienna or Venice.
if the barn catches
Yeah, I'm not going
fire,
to Vienna in that thing.
I still think we should flag down the car. Or
Maybe stand on the opposite side of the road so you avoid the blast radius.
I tell you what, we'll sort out the tractor. You see if you can flag down a car. If we get a car, great. If not, we got a tractor as a backup.
Okay.
How far are we from the road?
Oh, you're not far off it at all. Like 100 meters.
We might as well stop a car, since we are technically law enforcement.
Mm-hmm.
Hijack it. I mean, it could be a Fiat, but at least I hope it was built for Italian weather, so it won't rust away while we're driving it.
There is a Fiat branded van coming down the road at this moment in time.
Oh, perfect.
Right, go.
I'll stand on the road and put my hand out to stop.
They do actually stop. A very gruff-looking driver behind the wheel. He's got lots of cybernetic implants down one side of his face.
Okay, is it a branded van or anything? Is it?
Yeah, it's Fiat. Oh, in terms of brand on the van, no, it's a white van.
Oh,
You can tell it's
Oh.
also a white van because there's lots of dents.
Mhm.
Oh, welcome to White Van Man.
Is he wearing a wife beater or something?
Yeah, there's a couple of cans of Stella crumpled up on the dashboard. Yeah.
That's not very Italian.
yeah. Thanks for
As
stopping.
in Stella Artois, the beer, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that common.
Yeah, but it's a
It could be a
stereotype of
British
white van
driver,
man being a
as far
wife
as I'm
beater.
concerned.
Yes,
Oh yeah.
it's part of the stereotype.
Yeah, sometimes stereotypes have to cross over each other, Giorgio. You're going to get Stella Artois in Italy
Yeah.
on occasion when the stereotypes demand it.
It's only fair. It's only fair. Who am I to question stereotypes?
It's that wonderful irony. It's that wonderful irony of white van man being stereotyped as a racist while drinking foreign beer.
Mhm.
Yeah, then going home to his IKEA furnished home.
Oh, thank you for stopping. We seem to have broken down now. We'd like a lift if you could manage it. We're willing to pay.
He chucks his Indian curry out the window. And opens the side door, sort of leans behind himself, opens the side door, gestures to get in the back. In the back, you see there's 4 other big burly blokes.
Oh no.
Okay, I'll radio the other guys. I've got a lift. We've got a van, them's on the road.
I glance out and see the situation. It's not supposed to be a lift. It's supposed to be a fucking hijack.
Oh, we could do this legally. Oh, okay. I suppose I could just draw my cougar and point it right at him and say, "Get out the van."
Okay, they pull out an assortment of weapons: 2 sawn-off
Ooh.
shotguns, 1 minigun, and one has a baseball bat with nails through it. It says, "Come on, just get in. We'll give you a lift."
Okay, so I'll shoot the guy with the
Except he
minigun.
says
so I
it in
want that.
Italian. He says, "Come on, just to get in, and we'll give you a lift."
I'll shoot the guy with the minigun because I want that.
You're just going to
That's your
start shooting.
priority.
Okay, all right. Well, let's have a combat. Roll.
I'm still dealing with a fucking tractor. I'm having none of this.
roll your 3 dice. Sorry, your 3 attacks. 2 dice for each attack, obviously. Yeah. Where's
001.
Black Cougar? That's a rate of 3. Rate of fire of 3.
Yeah, 001.
0. Wait a minute. You're rolling that as a D100. That's not corporation. That
Yes,
is a 10
that's
minus
11.
an 11.
So that is a pass by 2.
Okay. So it's a hit.
So
2 more rolls.
that's a fail, and that is another hit.
Okay. So do 2d8 damage to him and d8 damage to the van.
2d8 damage to him and d8 to the
Yeah,
van.
with the 2 hits and then the 1d8 from the miss.
Okay, that's a 4 and a 3. 7 to the guy and 3 to the van.
Okay. Minigun man, 7 hit points. Van, -3. Alrighty. So that's your surprise. Now we'll have initiative. So D10 plus reflexes for all, please.
Even me.
Well, you'll be part of the turn sequence still, even if you're not combating. Right. So we'll do some dice rolls on the card during the combat.
So what's that again? D10 plus reflexes.
I believe that is initiative in this game. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. 16 for me.
Okay. We're doing the usual and putting it in private chat, yeah? Oh, okay, yeah, I see. 16, 11, 10, and 9. Okay, so Kyle, you're first. So you're trying to get the tractor started, right? So This tractor, interestingly, it has no key and no electronic lock. So the question is, how quickly do you realise that all you have to do is press the start button? Can we have an intelligence plus crime roll, please? If you pass, it takes you a while because you're trying to commit a crime. If you fail, you just press the start button straight away and it starts.
Failed it by 9.
Oh, okay. You just go
Woohoo.
straight up to it, press the start button, and vroom, brrr, and this V12 engine purrs into life. Actually, it's not so much a brrr as it is a scream. Because this is like a V12 highly tuned supercar engine in a tractor, of course, because it's Lamborghini. Don't expect it to be a practical tractor.
It works. That's good.
So my theory is that a Lamborghini tractor should be just as impractical as the Lamborghini cars are. So therefore, at tractoring, it's going to be rubbish. So,
Thankfully, we don't need it to plow any fields.
We just need to. It needs to plow something else.
yeah, so yeah, you get it started, no problem at all.
It's going to be a bit high to corner roll, though, isn't it?
Well, actually, in terms of cornering, what would make it more comfortable would be a seat of some kind. You have to stand on the pedals. It's Lamborghini. They didn't think this through.
I believe to quote the great Blackadder, the phrase I'm thinking of rhymes with clucking bell.
I don't think we thought it through either.
No, I'm just going to make it up as ridiculous as I can as I go along. So, next person to go is Carlo.
Oh, yes.
Sorry. Sorry.
No worry, are you all right?
Yeah, all's good.
Okay. Since I saw one of them having a minigun, I said, my gun is bigger, and I take out my machine gun, with which I try to shoot most of them. Try not to do too much
what's
damage
the rate
to
of fire
them.
on your gun? It
One.
might only be one. Yeah, so basically it
shoot
is a
one of them.
machine gun, but it fires them all really quickly at one target.
Okay.
It fires so fast you don't get time to spread in the turn, apparently.
Okay.
I was just
So
saying,
oh yeah, spread. I didn't remember the word for it. So I'm shooting the one with the nails thingy.
I'll tell you what we'll do. Well, if you're just going to spray it, we'll allow it. What we'll do, roll to hit each person, but -4 to hit for each person.
Okay.
So one roll for each person. There's 4 of them.
Which is 4. Okay.
Yeah, but -4 to hit.
The first one is a 9 out of 18, which means it's 13.
Yep.
Okay.
That's a hit. So you hit minigun man.
Oh, another one. It's a double 1.
Oh, shotgun A has been right. That's good. Critical. Okay. Second shotgunner.
Then we got a 7, which is an 11 out of 18.
Yep. That's a hit.
And then I got
Mr. Baseball Bat.
that's 4, 6 and 8, 14 plus 4, 18 out of 18.
Just a hit. Okay,
Okay.
I'm gonna have to put a bigger penalty on that next time then. So
no.
roll 3 lots of damage.
Okay. Just to remind you that single damage is 6d10s.
Roll it once. We'll apply the hit points to all of them.
Okay. So 10, 12, 19, 24, 33.
33. Okay. The valleys are alive with the sound of bang, 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 and all of its echoes. 3 hard-working Italian bank robbers are obliterated
Bank robbers,
in a hail of blood and bone. However, one of them isn't just obliterated. It is obliterated so damn hard that actually his bone fragments just explode through the van. Like you actually shatter him. So you actually have like his femur bone sticking out the roof of the van. You've got bits of his skull impaled on the van door. The back door of the van basically has his foot just flopping out, just the skin of his foot, just flopping out the back of the van, like having gone through the skin of the metal door. You know, you killed him that hard.
That's
in fact,
disgusting. Thank you, Becky, for the
you
vivid image.
you've destroyed his body so much that he'll never be identified, never be declared dead, and his wife will never be able to claim on the life insurance because he's never proved definitively to be dead. So in the coming years, she actually has to she goes medically bankrupt because she can't afford to pay for anything because she never gets the life insurance money. Her two children become homeless and they end up in an orphanage where they're abused by the orphan owner, and as a consequence of that, a cycle of abuse begins in this small Italian village where, for generations to come, the children just sort of grow up in this naturally abusive environment. It's the only environment they ever know. They never know what proper parenting is. Anyway, that's all on you.
And the only Christmas they get are clones of Russell Brand's penis.
Becky,
the van.
Becky. I critted. That was supposed to be a good thing for the campaign. I
just had you roll to fail on the tractor to steal it. I don't care what the dice said you thought you got.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Right, the van is now a rickety mess, but it does still run. Although, if ever you go through any kind of security checkpoint, there may be questions.
You don't think the van is going to look a tad conspicuous?
We're going to use that van. Look at the mess you've made.
First of all,
That certainly looks like it's been used for something.
Second of all,
mobile abattoir.
It's raining. We can wait for the rain to clean it off.
Cycling down the road in the distance is a policeman. He's coming up the hill on his bicycle. It's squeaking. It feels almost like a French noir film, like French art house film.
Can I grab the minigun?
Yes, you may.
Okay, I'm going to leg it back to the barn.
I thought for a moment you were going to minigun the policeman. I thought fucking overkill.
No, I was going to draw my katana and, I don't know, deflate his tires or something like, I don't know.
Are we lagging it?
He's never going to catch us on a tractor that does like 5 or 6 miles.
I was going to say.
It's going to be the funniest chase sequence in the world. A tractor being chased by a bicycle.
I still want to hear the Benny Hill theme music.
Okay.
During the chase.
Yeah, yakety sax.
So you're all climbing on board this tractor, right? Now, the tractor, being a Lamborghini, they've taken some rather dubious design decisions. So, it doesn't have a steering wheel. It has 2 joysticks, one for each wheel. And rather than push forward to make it go forward, you have to push one to the right and one to the back left.
Are you saying the fucking tractor has got tank controls?
Well, it would be tank controls if they operated like that, but they're kind of all at wonky angles.
Fucking wonky. I think you've mispronounced it all there.
So all drive rolls will be made at -12. Which is fine because you don't normally need to make a drive roll except in an extreme circumstance such as when you're being chased by a bicycle.
Right, someone's going to be a better fucking driver than me.
Oh, she just think we should just hope it's a Lamborghini bicycle.
Seriously, someone's going to be a better driver than me.
Yeah, it's a -12. No one can make that.
Oh, okay.
I got a drive of 4. There's no
Yes,
way
I-
I
You know,
can
you get to add a stat to
succeed
it.
this roll.
You get
You-
to add a stat, and you can add a conviction for an extra +4.
Yes. Essentially, um, with my stat, what would be the stat?
Depends. Probably reflexes.
Okay.
So I got a 12.
Now, hang on. It's that reflexes implies it's going very quickly, but if you're trying to drive tentatively, it's probably going to be strength to try and get the controls to actually
Okay.
move enough in the
Okay.
to fight the vibration of the tractor, because of course it'd
So-
be rickety. It's Italian.
So what you're saying is,
With strength, you lost me.
what you're saying is that I add my strength and my drive, and I'm trying to roll under that total with a -12.
Yes.
Yeah. Did I make it too much? Shall I make it -8?
So you're saying that I have to add my strength and my drive and try to roll under it with a -8. My strength and my drive is a total of 7.
Okay.
So,
So it's a comedic moment then, as you discover the tractor has nitrous. Unfortunately, you discover this as you're trying to turn onto the road, and ahead of you is the cut in the on the side of the cliff face. And to your surprise, the tractor somehow does actually manage to keep going up the cliff face. Regrettably, you're not on it at the time, having fallen off when you hit the nitrous button.
Do we all
And then you
fall
hear
off?
the squeaking of a bicycle pulling up next to you.
We're
Do-
going to
do we
find
all
ourselves.
fall off?
Hello. What's going on here then?
Good moaning.
Good morning.
our tractor appears to got away from us.
What's on your show?
Yeah, it's all right.
I think you see, Jason and Phil and I are weathered old professionals at this. This is Giorgio's first time, and I think it's getting to him.
I'm managing. I'm managing. I want to believe I am managing quite well.
You say that the tractor's going vertically up the cliff, so it's above
For
us,
now,
yes? Okay.
yeah.
Can I jump up to it?
I mean, it's nitrousing up the cliff at an alarming speed. So, and of course, do bear in mind that the laws of gravity still apply. What goes up must come down.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I'm going to try and jump up to it using telekinesis and try and
Oh.
get a hold of it with controls and stuff and stop it
How?
from going back down.
Well,
Make
what you
it
could
fall
do
on the
is
policeman.
control the controls with telekinesis. And then you don't even have to get on board. You don't have to take the risk.
Yes, but I wasn't the one who was driving it earlier.
It doesn't matter. They're not driving it now. They're sat on the road with you, going, "Oh, that's going some."
Yeah, I know. Hopefully they won't break my concentration with bullshit. Okay, all right. Let's do that, and hopefully it won't be
Okay.
like a cartoon anvil falling on our heads.
Yeah, no, you can take control of the upwardly mobile Lamborghini tractor.
Yes. Right. How is this going to work again? Because it is. It's not technically calm conditions. This is it.
I'd say each stick. So you only need 1 point in terms of the kilograms.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not going to be a major telekinesis roll per se. It's going to be more about you trying to control it from your perspective, given its wonky controls.
Yeah.
And then what do you want to achieve with it?
Well, my idea was to basically keep it going until it gets onto the top, and so it can just sort of stay there for now.
Oh, so you're just trying to stop it from coming back down.
Yeah.
Okay, or you could just drive it along the cliff so it goes sideways away from you.
Yes, I could,
That'd be
but
easy,
also
'cause you-
gravity.
Yeah, but see, if you just telekinesis pull one of the levers back, it's going to go off to the side, and then wherever it comes down won't matter.
No, but also we won't have a tractor anymore, potentially.
Okay. You spent your telekinesis side point anyway, and you've made your roll.
Yes, I rolled a 3.
Oh, okay. Super. So yeah, you set the tractor off away safe, and you won't have to worry about that until it lands much later in the scenario.
Just look on the ground for a tractor-shaped shadow.
Well, that'll come back when it's plot convenient. So what's going on here then?
Somebody tried to steal our van, and I'm afraid things got a little out of hand.
You're right. I've been following the van. It is registered stolen. I didn't think I'd catch them up. They were going faster than me.
Well, we caught up with them.
You must have cycled very quickly. I was in the third gear.
We were
Yeah, we were doing. We don't have bikes, but we were doing it by the exercise, the cycling exercise.
Well, that is very impressive how you stopped the bank robbers.
You're welcome.
All we did was really just flag them down. They stopped.
don't
Excellent.
say
Let
that.
me
We're
have a
taking
look in at the back. So he goes to look in the back of the van. He chunders after looking inside, but after regaining his composure, he reaches in and grabs the bag that says swag on it, hoists it over his shoulder, and then starts walking back the direction he came. Thank you.
You're welcome. You don't
Ah,
worry.
fellow native speaker.
It's always a pleasure to help the Italian police force.
Yes, that's right.
Mamma mia.
I find it hilarious that Giorgio's got to put on a weird voice to actually sound the same Italian that you do. That's just
What do you mean? That's my actual voice.
it's
I do always speak like this.
it's like when I start talking like this, because it's like really Scottish, you know. It's nowhere near my voice.
No, it's nowhere near your voice, like.
Can it all can I?
They are just made up sounds to my ears. I assume you are saying something. I have no clue.
No,
No, really, no.
you're
I
correct.
couldn't
Julia.
tell what that was. No, he's not eating fried food. That's it. Just failed to be convincingly Scottish.
And the stereotypes continue.
Right. So eventually you flag down a car, and it doesn't involve a weird abstract side quest or a Lamborghini tractor with nitrous, and you manage to hijack a car. I assume that's what you're going to do. You leave some poor woman stranded by the side of the road. She had an urgent appointment at the hospital because she was a doctor that was about to do heart surgery on someone, and they, of course, died as a result. But anyway,
I climb up the cliff and get the tractor.
No, I can fall on the woman. At least then she'll have a perfectly good excuse for having not done the surgery.
And so you've managed to get yourself a Fiat. So you now blend in and look Italian.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Fiat 500?
It's a
Oh, Cinquecento. My parents used to have one of them. They're right zippy little things.
Wait, hang on. No, we're going to make it a Fiat 126.
What the fuck?
What's
For all of us.
126?
Why, Becky?
Because that was my
Why?
first car.
Oh,
Oh
Is that the
God.
three-wheeler or something?
No.
I'm just looking at
But-
images.
Oh,
of it
that-
now.
Honestly, the Reliant Robin was a larger car.
Oh my god!
It was so small that my head would it was more comfortable to me to have the sunroof open so that I didn't have to crouch down. So my head was above the level of the car. It's that small.
Right.
Mm.
So just so I've got this clear, 4 of us, complete with all our equipment, including a minigun,
And your cyborgs as well. You're bulky people, yeah.
have just
Basically
walked-
riding this thing like a tank, all sticking out the sunroof. Because they all come with the sunroof. This is not an optional extra. They were literally saving on metal.
all come. You couldn't even give us a 127, could you?
No. There's a whole subculture around doing 126s up. People do modded 126s and stuff. Like do little as like Tonka toys and things. What the hell is that someone's
That's a
posted?
peel car.
A peel car?
Yeah,
Jesus.
smallest
in
car
Isle
in the
of Man?
world. Yeah,
That looks more like a mobility scooter.
it's the smallest car in the world.
it's a clown car with a license plate.
I'll tell you what, they've done 3 wheels with the right configuration.
They have, yes.
2 wheels at the front. This is educational content for you. 2 wheels at the front is the stable way to have a 3-wheeler. That will not now tilt as you corner. You will slide the back end out. Could be a lot of fun. But whereas if you've got 1 wheel at the front, it's liable to tilt, which is how Reliant Robins got their reputation for rolling over, and also Sinclair C5s. Anyway, that's the educational bit over. Back to being racist and stereotypical. Yeah, you get a Fiat 126, and now the Fiat 126 does technically. You've got your hand up.
I was going to ask, is there a better sat nav than the Aston Martin in here? Or even a paper map? That would be better.
I mean, it's a Fiat 126. It does not have. Just does not have. What do you think a car comes with? Give me some components.
A chassis, a carburetor.
Now, technically, it is old enough to have a carburetor, yes.
That's
Yes.
what I was thinking.
Although it's an air-cooled engine, so,
Uh-huh.
it's noisy and
Noisy.
rickety. Yeah, it sounds like a Volkswagen Beetle, only worse. Because there's a lot less sound dampening on a 126.
I'm actually flabbergasted to learn that the 126 was produced until 2000.
Yeah, it was actually developed quite late. Like, you'd think it was a car from the 60s and 70s, but it wasn't. It was like late 80s or something.
Damn.
No, 72.
Was it 72? I
Yeah,
thought it was later than that.
according to
Latest.
Wikipedia, it's
Oh,
72.
well, I'll take Wikipedia over that.
I don't really know because I'm not that
Yeah.
car fan, but then
Mine was so awful that twice the throttle stuck open. Once it was still revving its nuts off even after I killed the ignition. Nothing would stop the engine from running. It was just firing itself.
because it was powered out of spite.
Hey, it was my first car. We swapped it for a microwave.
Jesus.
The microwave is probably bigger.
Clean the microwave first,
In that case, then, do we have time to look up a map on our database or find a paper map inside the barn?
Yeah, it's no problem. You're going to get to Venice in your 126. The problem is, once you get there, there's no chance of ever making this flow.
Well, yes, of course.
So you get to Venice, and the year is 2500. You have to understand, climate change is a reality now. It happened a long time ago. Therefore, the sea levels have risen. So Venice is now pretty much entirely underwater. But don't worry, because they rebuilt it higher up, on top of the old crab. What? What else do you think is going to happen? So yeah, they basically smashed the old stuff down to use it as foundations, and then built new versions of exactly the same buildings on top. Because the thing you need to understand about Venice, even today, is they're really proud of their buildings, even the crappy ones, to the extent if ever they have to do something like put scaffolding up, they actually will in Venice. They actually put scaffolding around the scaffolding so that they can hang tarpaulin on, and they print pictures of the building on the tarpaulin. Now that is genuinely real today. You don't see building sites in Venice. You see a tarpaulin replacement of the building. So anyway, that's how they've rebuilt Venice. It's a tarpaulin city floating on the water on the rubble of the old Venice underneath. And you arrive at the Venice port where you can sail out to Venice on gondola. The only problem is you aren't high enough rank to get a gondola. So you go up to the gondola rental to get over to Venice, and they won't let you have a gondola or driver at all. Instead, they point you in the direction of the row of plastic swan pedalos.
Amazing.
So we will deal with that when we get back from the break, because I really need to blow my nose. So
All right.
let's have
That
our
has
let's
big
have our
Velvet
fun bit
Rendezvous vibes, that.
See you in 5.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, that's hot. Welcome back, all. So, you all hired pedalos. You're basically like a. Actually, no. 3 of you get swans, and 1 of you gets a duck.
I'll take it because I don't give a duck.
Okay. Kyle, you get a phone call just after you sorted out the pedalos, and you're about to pedal out to Venice, and your phone rings.
Hello.
Hello, is that Mr. Resnick?
Why, yes, it is.
Oh, I'm actually speaking to you. Oh, this is so surreal, isn't it? Oh, like to actually talk to you instead of through you. Oh.
Well, you seem to
Wow.
have me at a disadvantage here. You know my name.
Oh, well, let me explain. My name's Doreen from HR, and I have one question for you.
Oh?
What did you think of my round table?
Circumference?
Circumference, that's a good one. Oh, wow. Can't believe I found your phone number on the HER records.
Believe me, I can't believe it either. How can I help you?
I just really wanted to, talk to you instead of through you. I just thought that would be nice, seeing as we've got to know each other so intimately.
Well, I was using a hell of a lot of drugs at the time. I don't remember all the details, but I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I'll see you next mission.
Okay.
Bye, Mr. Resnick.
Bye. 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 What the fuck was that shit? Right. Get back to peddling my duck.
Okay. So the 3 swans and the ugly duckling make their way over to Venice. And you've got the address. Even you guys, even though you're agents, you're still a little bit out of breath by the time you arrive at the address. Half expecting Pipe the Guinness there. What?
The way you were sort of laughing and doing your teeth a bit like this is like the Edith character in Still Game.
I don't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pay a Guinness.
Oh, okay. I'm afraid that's not something I'm familiar with. As you approach the address, you all get a message chime at the same moment. Are any of you going to check your messages?
Yes, I'm going to check it in
Okay.
the horror that it's
Yeah, of
her
course.
sending me fucking messages.
At the moment you look at your phone, you get the smell like somebody's just dredged up the bottom of Venice's silty. Have you ever been at the seaside where somebody dredges, or on a river where like hundreds of years of silt get disturbed and the smell is just awful? Anyway, it's a text message from a Louveteur.
We're nowhere near anyone. We're on the water.
It's a text message, and it says, "Don't forget, we need the body in pristine condition and alive."
Oh, bummer.
Right, at this point, I'm going to gently say, okay, Dirk, Bitrate, I'm afraid it's going to have to be one of you guys then. I shot
Do
some.
what?
Make sure that the body's alive and in pristine condition. I shot someone's cock off and basically annihilated. And what Carlo did in that white van is going to scar people for life.
But what body is she talking about?
I don't know, but
We haven't got a body.
Have
Yeah.
you forgotten the mission
Yes.
you're on?
Yes, I thought that was the point, that we forget everything we're doing. Yeah, I've forgotten who we're picking up.
You are going to extract Bobbly Boobies 73's body.
Yep.
I completely forgot that she died, frankly.
No, she hasn't.
No, she hasn't. That's the point.
Right.
Alovita wants it alive and in pristine condition.
Right. Okay.
So he's kidnapping them.
Anyway, you arrive at the front bulkhead of Bobbly Booby 73's parents' house.
Do we want to acquire something beforehand to subdue her? Since the last time we actually saw her, she was clearly way overpowered compared to us.
It's a pity. It's a pity we didn't maybe bag some of Russell Brand's numerous appendages. They might have slowed her down a bit.
I mean, we're surrounded by water. Just hold her head in it until she goes unconscious.
Good theory.
Venetian water, that's gross. What kind of monster are you?
Gets the job done.
Yeah, also it's like super toxic, so that goes the pristine factor.
Yeah.
Maybe they've got an aquarium.
We're taking her on a trip. Just dunk her in the...
No. I mean, maybe they've got like a fish tank in the house. I don't know.
Yeah. The question remains. I like the idea. Let's drown her into submission. Okay. One slight problem is, how do we get from here to a position where we're drowning her into submission? Because actually getting her in a grapple position last time was a bit lethal.
Yeah.
Got nothing with me that would knock her out.
In simple layman's terms, she kicked her asses.
Yes, I know. What does the house look like?
It looks like a tarpaulin sheet with a house printed on it.
Okay, but shape, size?
Okay, so I tell you what, I will Google image search one, pick one, and it can be that one. Share screen. I think there we go. Now, this one. Oh, that what am I doing? I'm downloading what? Jesus Christ! I didn't. This just got more complicated than I expected. There we go. That's the house, except it's actually a printed tarpaulin sheet.
Okay.
Looks nice.
Plenty of windows.
Mm.
I have climbing gloves.
You do.
Tarpaulin sheet.
Yeah,
I
it's
can
like
probably
it's
still climb one.
It's basically a metal frame behind it with a tarpaulin sheet of a house printed on it. And they live inside the tarpaulin box.
So why don't I climb up to the top floor, find a rope to pull you guys up, and we work our way down?
How do those climbing gloves work?
They've got little hooks on them,
Yeah.
little retractable hooks. The
Yeah.
problem I think you've got with your cunning plan is that the windows are a picture.
Aha. Okay.
Well, the reason I bring up the
I
how
wasn't
did it-
sure if the windows were real and like they stuck out of the tarpaulin or something.
the reason I bring up the climbing gloves is this is tarpaulin. Those hooks are basically just going to shred through it.
Or, given she is a grown-ass woman living at her parents' basement, we might just ask them how to abduct their daughter. They might be very understanding.
Hand her over, you mean?
Yeah.
It was quite brave living in a basement in Venice, to be honest.
Yeah. You could knock on the door and say you're offering apprenticeships.
Oh, she's obviously going to recognise us as well, isn't she?
Oh, for some reason I have some pink fluffy handcuffs.
I've got handcuffs, but not pink fluffy ones.
I've got pink fluffy ones. I think I must have just bought them for lols, but I could just
Probably
knock
just a
on the
second.
I could knock on the tarpaulin, hold up the pink fluffy handcuffs and say, "Oh, I've come to return these."
You need to leave your hobbies at home, not bring them to work there.
They're official corporate handcuffs. They've just got a bit of fluffy pink stuff on it. Makes it more interesting.
Whatever lets you sleep at night.
Well, yeah, it's great. Like, the real manly man people really squirm when I put them on. It's hilarious.
Well, I mean, we can easily get inside the tarpaulin because it's only a tarpaulin. We've got swords and stuff. We can easily get through that.
Well, yeah, of course.
We're assuming there's a building on the other side of it, or at least the start of the building.
I'm trying to remember to use more pictures, so just for.
Yeah, there you
You know
go.
what pink fluffy handcuffs look like?
Yeah, well, it was something I could get a picture of, so I thought because I'm trying to remember to include more images in the in the stream. You see, for your visual benefit.
Do you not still have your leopard outfit, Kyle?
Not on me.
Can it help with the visuals?
I don't have it with me.
Well, we don't really know why Aluvitar needs her body, do we?
I think it
No.
might relate to these chips, but other than that, you have to work
Yeah,
the stuff out.
We weren't told. All right.
I have a theory that a Luvatal is a disembodied presence, just like an AI or something, and she's looking for a hot bod to inhabit. And Bubbly Boobies is who she's picked. That's why she wants him out. That's why she wants her alive and in pristine condition, so she could swap into it.
Specifically, Aluvatar did not request Bubbly Boobies 73. She requested a hot woman with big knockers.
True.
Oh yeah, that's
And
true.
the big knockers was after prompting from a muffled voice in the background.
That too.
So all we need to do is get a couple of doorknobs, stick them on a woman, and set her on fire. And then she would have a hot woman with a pair of big knockers on.
Maybe leave her in a jacuzzi rather than set her on fire.
Can you take away one of Ronnie's conviction points for this?
It's tempting.
I'm being deadly serious.
We might be setting ourselves a harder task then going after this one if we could just pick up anybody.
With big
Because
knockers.
like I said, we did get our asses kicked last time. Like you said.
We did.
Yeah.
We was absolutely mullered.
Yeah, we
You
might.
went on an entire side quest just to get this woman's address.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Now you get there and you're thinking, oh shit, maybe we should get someone else.
Well,
Well, we might as well try and see if she willingly follows us under false pretenses of some sort of
we still got to get handcuffs
Friendship.
on her from there.
big money she's going to make if she follows us.
Bitrate's got the handcuffs, the pink fluffy handcuffs. So you get her into bed, slap handcuffs on her, then we can kidnap her.
Along with the whole fucking bed.
I was going to say, how are you going to get the fucking bed on the pedalo?
Well, we're going to have to find a different way off of Venice. We can't go back with a pedalo,
No,
and
no,
even if
no.
we just had her, we can't take her on a pedalo.
No, well, look, no.
We have to find a
We don't
different
have
way
to
off.
get the bed on one pedalo.
We're not floating her just on the bed. That's not going to work.
No, we could have one leg on each of the pedalos. We could do 2x2 formation with a leg on each pedalo, and we'll just
no.
get her down the river, the waterway that way.
It's a shame we haven't got a bigger boat, else she could make a good figurehead.
That's not going to look suspicious at all,
So-
is it?
So to quote a famous film, we're going to need a bigger boat.
Uh-huh.
Right, come on, let's. And something I never thought I'd ever say in a role-playing game. Come on, we need to get those pink fluffy handcuffs on this woman.
So, what are you doing?
Jangle,
Knocking the
jangle.
door or. Sorry, knocking the bulkhead?
Yeah, who wants to take this bit?
You, the handcuffs are yours.
We do.
I
We
mean,
all
they're-
have them.
They're clean.
We do all have them.
Yeah, but Bitrate's got the pink fluffy ones.
Yeah.
Yes.
they do, apparently.
Hmm.
All right, I slap my hand on the tarpaulin. I guess that's what makes the most noise.
Hang on a minute. Sorry, hang on a minute. And the tarpaulin opens through a little portal that sort of represents where the front door is.
Yeah.
And an elderly lady stands in front of you, her ankles deep in water. It's me. It's how are you? Who are you?
I'm fine. I'm a friend of Bubbly Booby 73, your daughter.
Oh, friends of my daughter, come in. I make you tea and get you some tissues.
Oh, thank you. I've just come to return these.
Oh, sure. Yes, I know. She gets many gifts.
Yes,
I
yes.
put some tea on. Oh, wait, I'm Italian. I drink a coffee. What am I talking about? Coffee and tissues.
Okay, coffee and tissues.
So she puts it's going to be one of those cafetières on the hob type things.
Mm-hmm.
And she sort of doesn't have enough, so she only has two of them, so it's like one's big and one's little, and it's like hold on, I have to pour this one straight away and then make it again.
This
I'm
sounds
sure you
very
want to mind. You're
familiar.
here for the wank. And makes an extra cup in the little one. Well, so all of that's wrapped around, which takes her a good 5 minutes while she's doing that.
Yeah, while
Down
she's
comes her husband, Bubbly Booby's father.
Mhm.
Says, oh, hello, it's me. Who are you?
I'm one of Bubbly Booby 73's
Why do you keep
Handcuff
repeating your
retrievers.
username and just tell your daughter? We're talking to her fucking parents.
They seem to embrace her job.
Yes, it pays for all of this tarpaulin. It gets sodden. You have to replace it often. Bylaws,
Whenever they're not looking, I'm frantically looking around this place to see if I can see anything
Okay.
that could like be slipped into the coffee
Oh, right.
for
Well,
Bubbly
no,
Booby.
right. It's you've got racks of spices and stuff because obviously they're Italian, so they spend like most of their life cooking a big meal, as is the stereotype. Yeah, you got lots of spices, tons of spaghetti, obviously because they do like a good Chinese, and it's an educational show,
Yeah, right. I forgot about this tiny little detail.
Pictures of Marco Polo up on the wall because they really love their spaghetti. And
I can't.
there's ladders to go up a floor and there's a ladder to go down a floor, you think, but there's kind of a tarpaulin interior wall with clearly a door, and it looks like that's like entrance to the basement. You think that's where the basement is because it's from the kitchen. It doesn't look like where the stairs go down or anything and stuff, and it's so yeah, you think the basement is down there. This floor has about 2 inches of water in, but it is like a concrete floor. And like all of their furniture is kind of a bit rotten and stuff. And every now and then the television sparks because water gets in it. But they're old people, so the television is sat in the corner of the room on maximum volume.
I try not to look at their feet.
It's currently playing the news. Apparently, some policeman in northern Italy has just won the lottery. This picture looks an awful lot like the guy you saw earlier today.
Oh dear.
It's weird because the lottery don't remember paying him any money, but he seems to have bought himself a speedboat and a new mansion. So, that's what he says.
This water is really annoying because I have a Gemini stealth skin.
I'm sorry, madam. May I use the toilet, please?
Oh, of course, sir. Just help yourself. It's out of the front door.
Yeah, could see that coming.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, that was signposted from the moment we arrived.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm sort of a shy pisser. Do you have any enclosed bathroom, please?
Oh, of course. She grabs a tea towel and tosses it to you.
Again. I don't feel comfortable in pissing in front of people. That's my kink, to pee alone.
But you go outside in the street. You just hold the towel up, but no one see your willy.
I was really wanting to have a look inside their drunk's cabinet in the bathroom.
Yeah. Is there... you said they had spices. Is there anything that is more kind of spices?
You don't see anything in the kitchen. Maybe if you go upstairs and have a nose around, you might find something. But at the moment, you are downstairs. I mean, if you can... I'm sure you probably could walk up the stairs and they wouldn't be able to stop you. They're old people. But if you want to cover it off with something, you need to tell me what that is.
Yeah.
So here's some coffee and some tissues for when you go see Bubbly Boobies.
Sorry, guys, did you hear that? something like fell on the upstairs floor. We might as well check it out.
Oh, I
Yeah.
don't know how you could hear anything over the sound of the television. I'll
Oh,
turn it
we're,
up a bit more. Oh, it's
That's
already
'cause-
on the maximum.
It's because we're agents.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I'm just going upstairs to check on the noise.
Oh, help yourself. Some of our fans like to rummage through our underwear.
They do.
Yeah, just leave a tip. Oh, and if you're going to leave a deposit, please take the tissue.
Okay.
Off you go, Carlo.
All right.
At least
Is
you'll
it
be
too
doing
late?
it more in private.
Mhm.
Is it too late to look after the pedalos while they're gone?
Oh shit! Did we tie them up? Or are they floating away?
Just float.
Giorgio,
I
Giorgio,
assume you've handcuffed them.
whatever happens upstairs, just remember, you volunteered to go up there.
Yes. Yes, I
Okay.
volunteered.
Yes.
You climb the
Nothing
ladder
from
to
this-
the upstairs floor. And again, like the floor is concrete, it's just randomly they don't have stairs. It's just like a wooden ladder inside the scaffolding of the house. But you get up there, and there's 2 bedrooms and a bathroom. You head to the bathroom. Now the bathroom is a wall cabinet. It's a little shelf with some of the hand sanitizer on it, and there's a flap to lift up and do your stuff outside. Then in the wall cabinet, which I presume where you're going to look, is all of their drugs, and there are a lot because these people are old.
Okay.
Ah,
Yeah, is there something like relaxing to make someone sleep?
I mean, do you read Italian? Is the first question. Does your character read Italian? I know you
Oh
do.
fuck!
But-
Yeah, we managed
None of
that.
us
I
do.
don't know.
Okay, because like all of the medicine labels are in Italian. Now, I suppose some drugs might have their scientific name. If you can make a medicine roll, you might be able to figure out what some of them are.
Fuck me! I don't have medicine.
That would be just intelligence then.
Oh no! I got
That's
a
the
5.
dump stat, right?
You got a 5 in intelligence. Fucking hell.
Yeah,
Something had to give.
I got an 8. What
You
if
can
I
pass
spend
with
a
a conviction. Yeah, you
Yes,
can use conviction to add
spending it.
+4.
Spend a conviction.
I'm spending 1. That makes
Okay.
a 4 out of 5.
All right. You managed to find laxatives for the irritable bowel syndrome.
Yeah.
You managed to find heart drugs, liver drugs, kidney drugs. You managed to find, let me see, what else would be wrong with people this old?
Blood
Tap
pressure.
lenses, dentures, nasal
Blood
hair
thinning.
removing comb. You're not entirely sure how that works. It appears to require batteries and they've rusted. You get a bowel cleanser, whatever that is, and a gigantic jar of prune juice. You're not sure what that's doing in there.
Yeah.
So no
All
sleeping pills or anything.
No.
All I can say is, why the fuck have they got laxative tablets when they
And
got
prune juice. Yeah.
I mean, they really want to be sure.
Yeah.
Sure, there'll be nothing fucking left.
What,
They won't need the
you can
fucking
be
colonic
sure of
cleaner.
is you definitely
Give
don't
enough.
want to disturb the silt in this part of Venice.
Give enough laxatives, you will be incapacitated.
Is there any? Sorry, I'm saying this as player. I'm not there. Like super strong painkillers.
And there's bound to be some painkillers, but you're not. It's kind of 50-50 as to whether it's exactly which ones these are, because you can't read every drug, right? You're just going from medical names, trying
Yeah,
to
and also
translate
I'm
into.
dumb as a rock.
Hmm.
So the last thing I do before getting downstairs is to check on the night tables.
Okay, you find some more drugs. You
Bedside
find the
table.
Cialis.
No, definitely I won't need that.
Giorgio,
Yes,
get a handful of those laxatives. Get them in a bag. They might be useful later.
I am not taking those. I don't know where this question is going. I'm not taking those.
I'm not
so
talking about
scared.
you taking them. I'm talking about you nicking some that we could maybe use on other people later on. You don't have to take them yourself. I wouldn't be that cruel.
Okay, I'm taking some laxative. Yeah, is it
Okay.
pills? Is it tablets?
Yeah, we could. Well, usually laxatives are liquid, isn't it?
They can be anything actually. They can
I
like
don't know.
they can be like capsules,
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
like gel.
Yeah,
and
given
stuff.
they are transportable, I'm taking some of them.
Okay,
Of
it's
course,
a
it tastes like a
sci-fi
syrup.
micro tablet that dissolves in liquid or
Okay.
on your tongue.
Perfect.
There you go.
Yay.
So a bit like LSD.
I'm
You
going
need
down.
It's a different kind of trip.
Yeah. To the bathroom.
Yes.
Oh, either that or down your leg. But
Okay, can you take away one of his conviction points?
No, I applaud it. Have another one.
okay. I'm coming downstairs, and it was nothing. It was just a pigeon that made the noise upstairs.
Oh, I'm sure it was, dear. Whatever you needed, that's fine. We like her. Our daughter has many friends with many strange habits. It's perfectly fine. But if you damage
Can we finally
anything, we
meet
just
your
ask you
daughter?
to cover it with a tip.
Yeah, of
And not
course.
the tip of your penis. We mean money.
Is it possible to meet your daughter?
Oh, of course, she loves it. But at the moment she is broadcasting. She's got her on-air light just over there, you see, and she points to a little light that's above the door that's in the kitchen. That small one that you thought might be stairs down to the basement. And there is a little light there that
That
appears
says
to
on
spark
air.
occasionally.
Okay. Wonderful.
I lean towards Dirk and say, do you think it'll work if you just short circuit that bulb?
Yeah, very possibly. Are they in the same room with us?
Yeah, they like the mother keeps looking at the television. She's half of her attention's on that, and the father keeps bimbling around, moving an ashtray from the side worktop on the side to the chair next to his armchair. Then he goes to kind of put it on the table, realizes you're on his table, goes off into the kitchen, puts the ashtray there, and he doesn't know what he's doing. It's like it appears to have been dementia.
I actually say to them, I don't suppose I could have another cup of this wonderful coffee.
You are going to pay for the one you've had, though, right?
Oh, I assure you, a deposit is coming.
We are used to our daughter's friends. We do ask you to be explicit with your wording. We've heard that one before.
You will be paid. Don't worry. Could I have another cup of coffee, please?
Oh, of course you can.
Thank you.
Most of her friends have wanted to beat one out by now.
What can I say? I'm saving myself.
I'm
Right,
good.
with her distracted.
Yeah, and he's moving his ashtray into a different room, I'm going to whip up and loosen the bulb.
Okay. Let's have reflexes plus stealth.
Stealth. Oh,
I'd allow crime as well, but I think it's got to be stealth, isn't it? Given what you're doing.
okay, so that is missed by 1, so I'm going to spend a conviction.
Okay. I was just thinking actually probably agility rather than reflexes, if that makes a difference.
Wow, I would have done so
No,
well
it
in that
doesn't.
roll.
No. Okay. So yeah, use your
I'd have been rolling
conviction.
under
I
19.
thought it might have been a tech roll or something. So
Mm.
Well, it's unscrewing a bulb. I mean, like even my mother can do that, and she's not technical. The question is whether you could do it without being
Got to
discovered.
get the
right?
cover off first.
You unscrew the bulb, and the light does indeed go out. And you, of course, do it in such a way that the bulb is still resting there, but making contact.
Oh, look, she's not on air anymore. Obviously finished.
Oh, fantastica! Well, let yourselves down through the door there. Go down the ladder, and she'll be there. Might be a bit
Grazie mille.
exhausted. You understand? She just finished the filming. It's quite early for her to finish.
Short
But,
and sweet.
You know, give her a few minutes to recover when you're there. Don't push her too hard, too fast. But she's always up for stuff, so you know with the money's right.
Oh, don't worry, we won't.
Oh,
forget
just
that.
a small matter of the coffees and whatever you did upstairs. And she
He
puts out
took
a
away
little
a
box.
fucking pigeon.
She puts out a little box for you to put some money in.
Oh, just pay them already.
Yeah, we'll put some money in.
I put in 100 credits.
Thank you.
Is this the
Now
part
help
where you say
yourself
the
to a
coffee is
daughter.
worth like
She'll
2
charge
credits?
separately.
Okay.
Down we go.
Better head down then. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, at that point, I'm going to very much engage my stealth suit.
Okay. What does this stealth suit do?
It basically turns me into a human chameleon.
So it's the ghost in the shell suit, basically.
Yeah.
Almost exactly because you're stood in water.
Yeah.
It's Predator 2.
I know
Okay.
that obviously there'll be a sloshing sound, but I'll still get a bit of a surprise on her.
Are you
Might
the
be
first one
ideal.
down the ladder then?
Maybe. My idea, I'm concerned about her webcam like showing us off before we, because she's still streaming. So
She
my
is
idea
indeed
is
still streaming. As you come down the ladder, I'll describe the room. So the room has velvety walls, damp, or at least the inside of the tarpaulin has been covered with velvet. At least the sides that the camera faces, those 2 corners, which also covers her bed. On the bed is a gigantic prop vagina that appears to be made out of soft, plushy material. The bed has leopard print bedding on, and the walls or the side covers and stuff have rows of various dildos and contraptions and rabbits and all sorts. And the other 2 walls look like goth girl teenager sick of life. So it's like, black walls where the tarpaulin's just been painted black. There's I fucking hate school painted on the wall, and then that looks like it was really old, and over the top has been I hate John, I hate Mark, and they've all these names have been crossed out and stuff, and new graffiti put on top. And then there's pictures of various boy bands, and then they're like underneath sort of ticket stubs to where she's gone on tour with or on a holiday with a friend, and you see photos of stuff where she was in New York, but almost all of the friends have been crossed out and the eyes gouged out with pens and shit. And so it's like all of her life is still up on the wall, and like she's fallen out with absolutely everyone along the way. and then so that's like her personal walls, and then the other two are sort of like um, a sex den, basically.
You said the vagina was massive.
Yeah, it's
She
a
fit inside it.
Oh, she could
Type
definitely
massive.
fit inside it. At the moment, she is on a web call with uh, Prince Andrew, and
Ah.
and she's using a rabbit, and she appears to be dressed like a young boy
Wow.
because it's for Prince Andrew.
Okay. If I drew my sword, would that still be in the kind of stealth suit thing, or would it be visible? Visible, wouldn't it? Because it's not the
I
skin.
genuinely don't. So the stealth suit, do you have to be naked, or like, is that a thing?
It doesn't specify. It just says
Or it is the clothes, or
the skin is impregnated with polychromatophores.
oh, it's your skin.
Yeah, which the user
So it's
can
not an
use
actual
to change the
clothing you put on, or a energy field.
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah. It's an actual skin cybernetic I got installed.
Ah, right. Okay. So yeah, the sword would be visible, but can you do side blades?
I don't know. I mean, all I needed was something to just kind of knock the webcam off a monitor. Because what I want is to make sure that, if we're coming in, or the other three are coming in, I don't want the webcam to pick them up.
Oh, it's currently facing away from the wall you climbed down on.
Oh, that's convenient.
So she's actually kind of side on to you as you come down.
Okay.
And then behind her is the bed and stuff.
Cool. Well, in that case, I'll try and sneak up, pull the webcam off the monitor into the water, and hope that the other three bundle her in the giant vagina.
Okay. Could you please make me an agility plus stealth roll?
Absolutely.
At -8.
Pittance. I still get 11 or more.
Okay.
And I just make it by 1.
You do knock the webcam into the water, but that alerts her. So she rips out her rampant rabbit, throws it, but doesn't know where you are, so doesn't hit you with it, and then sprints back and dives into the plushy vagina and through it.
Through it?
Through it, yes. It appears to be a portal of some kind.
Bollocks.
And then presumably you all pile down.
That's what ignorant men have been saying for centuries.
Let's see if we can find the clitoris. Maybe that'll turn it off.
You hunt, you can't find it.
Yeah. I get it.
Boom, boom. All right, so yeah, that's what I'm. So presumably, then you all pile in and search the vagina.
Phil is just really confused looking. What's this vagina made of? Like silicone?
It's a woman's bitsy bobsy between her legs, Phil.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Fucking hell. Yeah, what's it made of? Is it like silicone or
right,
felt?
No, it's soft material, so it's like clothing but stuffed, apparently.
Okay.
And it looks like actually sorry?
Like a plushie.
Yeah, big gigantic plushy vagina. Yeah. But it appears to actually be a door into the garage of this particular house. As you peer through the vagina, you see beyond is a garage that has a speedboat in, and she is currently starting the engine.
Oh,
and it won't start.
Right.
Oh,
We must. We must dive into her vagina.
as a failsafe, one of us could maybe take the vagina with us, just so when you come back, it will be, somewhere not in Bobbly Booby 73's basement.
Yes, someone
Unless
could do
she's
that.
able to take off with a speedboat.
Yeah, I know, but in case you come back this way.
Actually, no, fuck it. Right, I'm not going to make it a speedboat. I'm going to make it a gondola because you're in Venice. We've got to have a gondola.
A gondola.
So
Okay.
she is pushing herself out of the garage with a gondola pole.
Okay. Can I use telekinesis to pull the gondola back towards us?
Well, that's a lot of points
I
because
know,
boats are
but
quite heavy.
I know.
How heavy is a gondola? 350 kilograms.
Oh Jesus!
I don't know if you can do that, to be honest.
Can you just rip the pole out of her hands?
Yeah, there'd be one. Take the punt out.
How heavy? No, because it's being held. I don't think you can just do that when
yeah.
it's resisted with telekinesis.
So no, I can't quite make it now.
Yeah, but
I can
trying
do
to pull that pole out of her grip has got to be easier than trying to pull a 700-pound.
maximum I can do
Not
is
with
160
telekinesis.
kilograms.
Push her over into the gondola.
Ooh,
Water.
push her into the water.
Telekinesis
No.
isn't an attack. It's for
No,
objects moving by themselves.
Yeah.
Not even that quick type thing.
Yeah.
Pushing buttons, pulling levers is easy, but it's not a telepathic assault.
Correct.
We're just gonna have to go in after her.
Or
Yeah.
shoot the gondola so it drowns and she's not going anywhere.
Oh, shoot it full of holes, you mean? So it's just.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Make
Gondola
your
made by
attack
Tetley.
rolls. If you miss, you damage the body that you need to keep in pristine condition.
Well, hold on. Wait. How much does she weigh? Because I could just pull her.
No, it's not a telepathic attack. I
Also,
don't-
Well,
there's
not
no
to attack
question
her.
to ask about the
Just-
woman.
just to move her.
Just lift her an inch off the gondola.
I don't think you can do it with. I think it's from recollection.
Yeah, I know it's technically objects and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can move a number of kilograms equal to telekinesis squared times 10, a controlled manner at a speed of around 4 miles per hour.
Yeah. So 4 miles per hour, she could easily outpower that.
Yeah,
If you tried to do it on a person. That's walking strength at most. So yeah, she pushes the gondola. It is now sailing itself out of the garage.
Okay, fine. I will try and jump my way to her.
Okay, you splash through the garage,
Splash.
and you reach for the gondola.
With my
Let's
telepathic
have-
thing.
Sorry.
With telepathy based jump.
Oh, a side jump.
Yes, a side jump. Yes.
Oh, sorry, I didn't twig. Okay, yeah, so that'll be, I don't know, 10 meters.
Okay, yeah, I can make that easily.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if it works. I believe that's yes, made it by 2.
Made it by 2. Okay, so you leap onto the gondola. As you land, you're an agent, you're quite heavy. So probably around, 160 kilos or something? Because you've got, lots of cybernetics and shit.
Yeah.
The
I guess
whole
so.
gondola rocks, and she quite elegantly leaps as her end of the gondola comes up. She uses that to springboard herself out through the garage tarpaulin, just another word for garage door, and basically splashes into the Venetian water outside. What are the rest of you doing?
Oh, she's dead now, and she's in that water.
We don't know for certain.
That's somewhat
Yeah.
premature.
Oh.
I really wanted to shoot the gondola, but now that bitrate is sort of on it, I'm not that keen on shooting the gondola.
Yeah, no, thank you. Please don't.
Yeah. I'll try and run upstairs out of the front door to get on my pedalo.
Another cup of tea, dear.
Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast.
Mhm.
Okay,
Try
you
and
get
meet
onto your
them.
pedalo, so you sort of dive onto the pedalo, unhook the rope, and that sort of just from the momentum of your landing is now heading out into the middle of the Grand Canal, as where you see Bobbly Boob is swimming, her buoyancy being provided by her oversized tits. Kyle and Dirk, what are you doing?
I'll dive in the water and swim after her.
Via the
no.
garage?
Yeah.
With your
I'm
minigun.
I'm gonna climb back out.
I mean, I'm
And
allowing it. I just want to get the image in my head of you swimming with a minigun.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. I don't want to.
I'm gonna climb
Yeah.
back out.
I'll throw it into the gondola with bitrate, and I'll dive after her.
Okay, so you sort of splash through the garage behind it, and some bitrate ends up having to wait for you as he gets the pole sorted for the gondola. You then climb on board. Kyle, you go back up. Did you say?
Yeah.
Are you leaving the house, or are you going to speak to the parents or something? Or
I'm leaving the house.
okay, so you get onto your pedalo.
Yep.
Is that the plan? Okay. So, two pedalos emerge out into the Grand Canal as Bobbly Boobies does a front crawl, and then bitrate emerges from the tarpaulin garage with a gondola with Dirk trying to mount his minigun into the front of the gondola so that the vehicle
Okay,
actually
that's
has-
pretty cool.
So it's going to take you some engineering to actually attach that as a mount to a mounted gondola. Very quickly, the chase takes you up to. Are you ready for this? I want to get the text on the screen to make sure I say this right. I've picked a couple of Venetian landmarks.
Yeah,
for this.
yeah.
The
I'm trying to.
first is Dogue Meme Palace.
Dogue Meme Palace.
Yes, instead of Dogue's Palace.
Yes, I get the. Oh.
So Dogue Meme Palace is a gigantic tarpaulin structure full of Shiba Inu dogs. And as Bobbly Booby swims past it, she grabs the tarpaulin and hoists it down, revealing a pack of Shiba Inu dogs that all topple out of the tarpaulin and, in their panic, start yapping at you in Comic Sans. So,
Oh wow, such Borg.
Wow.
Very
all of
attentive.
you
Very full.
are attacked by a corporate what is it called, PowerPoint presentation with a Comic Sans font. You have horrible flashbacks to boardrooms and training seminars of Comic Sans. It overwhelms your corporate brains, and you need to make a reflexes to dodge it, plus corporate knowledge roll in order not to forget all of your corporate knowledge as you get hit by the corporate bullshit that's presented to you in Comic Sans. But
Ooh.
I planned this whole trap, honestly. This was pre-planned.
Okay, I'm going to spend a conviction point to make
Made
it
it by
my three.
three.
Made it by
Okay.
4.
Those of you who passed the roll, keep your corporate knowledge skill. Those of you who failed, your corporate knowledge is permanently reduced by 4.
No one lost anything.
Yeah,
No,
nobody failed.
Okay. You have survived
Unfortunately.
Dogue Meme Palace. You're welcome. Of Shiba Inus, Shiba Inus, splash down into the water. They are summarily drowned in the toxic cesspool of Venice, and the the world of corporate PowerPoint presentations is protected from Comic Sans forevermore. You have survived the meme trap.
It's DD Doge.
But you, of course, have pedalos and a gondola. You are rapidly gaining on Bobbly Booby's 73. So as she dives into the Rialto Bridge, which is, of course, just a tarpaulin replica, she gets inside and she prepares to make her final stand inside the bridge. Who is going to peel back the tarpaulin first? As you emerge under the outside of the bridge, you saw her swim into and lift up the tarpaulin to go inside the
presumably Dirk has
Have I mounted the gun
positioned
yet?
the minigun on the front of the gondola.
Sure, yeah. Now, just to be clear, the Rialto Bridge now, because it's just a tarpaulin print of the bridge, you can't actually go underneath it. You have to go through it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let it rip, Dirk. Let it rip.
They didn't cut out the under the bridge.
No.
bit.
No, that's just a printed hole.
Let it rip.
Okay, so let's see if you have successfully mounted the minigun on your gondola. So that is going to be, it's Mechtronics plus, you're trying to do this quickly, I'll say agility. Agility plus Mechtronics to succeed in mounting this minigun.
Oh, please
And
don't
I have
fucking
succeeded by 7.
Okay, you have mounted the minigun.
Okay, so yes, I'll push the button and spin the barrels up and.
Okay, right. You've got 100 rounds of ammo on a chain hanging out of this thing. Now, because of how quickly it fires, I'm going to ask you a very important question. How long are you holding the button for before you release it?
That's probably going to be like 2 seconds, 3 seconds. I'll hold it for 3 seconds.
Oh,
3
Jesus.
seconds. Okay, so the gun empties in 0.3 seconds. You spend 2.7
I
seconds
couldn't
sitting
even,
there
I
with
couldn't
it
even put my
clicking.
finger that fast.
What happens in that 0.3 seconds is a substantial amount of recoil. Now, you know how guns like to trace up and to the right, right? Especially a thing with the spinning barrel and stuff. So, basically, everything to the right-hand side of Rialto Bridge collapses.
Oops.
But turns out this thing was equipped with high explosive rounds.
Fuck.
The question is whether the first shot before the recoil took it off is the first shot or was the first shot on target.
Okay.
I have to say I'd be disappointed if it was because her attack is fucking hilarious.
What, is she gonna spin her boobs into like a helicopter or something?
That's 5.
It's slightly more gross, but you get the idea.
So that's 5. My attack is 12, so I passed that
And this
easily.
This is a support weapons roll, yeah? Or is it support weapons?
Oh,
No, it'd be
support
heavy
weapons.
weapons. No, it'd
Oh,
be heavy weapons. I apologise, heavy weapons.
Oh, shit. I haven't got that, have I?
You haven't got heavy weapons.
You haven't
That's
got
a
heavy
-4.
weapons.
No, heavy firearms, you mean?
Yeah, heavy firearms, yeah.
Oh.
I do not have that, no.
Why did
Okay,
you get
so
the
it would be at
minigun?
-4 because you're completely unskilled with this thing.
Oh my god.
Because I completely forgot. So what is it? It's just agility, is it?
I think it's perception for firearms, isn't it?
It's
Yeah.
perception.
Yeah, so it's
Well,
just
both the same,
perception and -4 for being unskilled.
Okay, so that's a 9.
What does that mean?
I've missed by 4.
Okay,
I
so
could spend a
could
conviction.
spend a conviction. Are you going to?
Yes, I will.
Okay, I'm a little bit sad inside. Let's roll for damage on a minigun.
What is that?
I'm looking it up because I have no bloody.
Fucking loads. If it's
So I'm buying some skill in heavy weapons.
Yes, please.
For the future, sure. You may have to buy a new minigun for it though, because this one's ripped off its mounts and ended up in the drink.
Right, we've got
Ah,
machine gun, AMSM 50 belt-fed support weapon. That's 60-10 damage. Same with the rail gun.
Uh,
not that it's minigun, though. Minigun, is it?
well, if it's belt fed, that's the right kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, that's all that's in the
hmm.
core rule book anyway. I haven't got the
I think we'd want it a little bit more oomph if it's a proper minigun. So let's make it 6d12.
6d12s.
Yeah.
Oh, you never get to roll d12s. Amazing.
Good grief. That is quite impressive. Okay, so. Oh, there's 12. Excellent.
You rolled a 12
Yeah.
in total.
No, it's just
he's
one
adding
roll.
up and looking at the ceiling.
Okay, good.
Okay, so that's 45.
45. Oh, thank God for that. She's still alive, which gives her chance to return fire, which she does by ripping the tarpaulin aside, squeezing her tit, and a jet of milk comes at you.
No.
What?
Is this particularly acidic milk or something, or is it just meant to?
No, it's
Brown
just
us?
breast milk, but it's traveling at extreme velocity.
I
So
thought
she's
you were
roll
about
her-
to hit him with an ICBM, an intercontinental ballistic nipple.
She does hit for a far more respectable 10 damage, less your armor value. Yeah, 10 less your armor value. You have been hit brutally hard by her breast milk.
That's quite frightening. Okay.
Oh god, the nightmares are going to happen tonight, aren't they?
Okay.
Yeah, I never sleep
yeah,
well on Mondays.
let's go through initiative. We'll use the initiative we rolled earlier, save a bit of time. So, Kyle, you're up.
Oh, fuck.
Kyle?
Yep.
Have I broken you?
Sorry. I'm just trying to chase her down. I mean, I'm not even sure.
You're approaching the bridge on your pedalo.
Um,
So you could shoot either side of the ugly duckling's head.
yeah, I'll take a shot at her. Hope I
Get
don't
The
cover
body
from
must be
fiberglass.
in pristine
hope I don't
condition.
get sprayed by milk.
You
Perception.
can always put it back together again. It's fine. You could make her better.
It's
Uh-huh.
made it by 3.
Of course, you realise we have damaged her now.
You just hit her with a high explosive minigun round. Oh, the bit of Venice that didn't collapse, by the way, to the right-hand side, the bit that didn't collapse is on fire.
Oh, yeah.
You want me to roll all three attacks?
If that's what you're doing, a rate of fire of 3 on a Black Cougar. that would
Yeah,
be
I'll
3
go all in.
attacks.
Made the second one. Yeah, hit with all 3.
Okay, roll your damage. I believe it's D8 for a Black Cougar.
Yeah,
Got special ammo.
I do, because I didn't change them over, so it's still the armor piercers.
Okay.
I did. Well, I probably would have if I'd remembered, but I actually they were still. I haven't changed them over since I shot Russell Brand in the knob, so
Okay.
As you do.
Let's have your damage.
I should do. 19.
Ouch. Okay. Right. She looks pretty heavily damaged, you would say. One of her tits is hanging off. So she's lacking in buoyancy now and having to hold on to the frame of the bridge to keep herself above water. She can no longer rely on her tits alone.
Maybe that's enough.
Live the never knows the difference.
Oh, one side of her face is kind of the skin's peeled off and burnt, and the bit next to the bit that's burnt off is kind of bubbled.
Okay,
We can fix it in post.
maybe.
Where's the
Carlo, you're
CGI
up.
guy where you need it? Jesus.
You're up, Carlo.
Oh, it's me. Okay. I'll
Yeah.
try and put her out of her misery.
I mean, it's not going to take much at this point. You've pretty much got through her before she's even had a chance to put a shield up.
Yeah, it's a double 2. But
2-2.
I was planning on using the machine gun again.
Okay.
Remember, guys, we were alive.
So
You started it.
the
Yeah, you
right
did
hand
start
half
it.
of her body, the bit that's burnt and charred, is recoverable because it lands over the frame of that's holding the tarpaulin up and just flops over it. The left hand half of her body will take divers to recover because that slips into the water.
She's split in two, lengthways.
He just rolled a double 2. Yes. Split her in half. You've killed Bobbly Boobies, but you haven't accomplished your mission.
Oh, it's revenge.
Oh yeah.
Just
So-
yeah. But we can't we just use a load of what is it? The regenerating gel stuff.
If you've got some preparation H, you could. No, you've got to recover from the water. You'll never do it in time.
Hmm.
You-
Well, I
you're
guess
gonna
we're
need to
taking her
find
to a
another bimbo.
hospital. Or yeah, find another bimbo.
I'm sorry.
It was
We'll just
cathartic though.
We just take this as a learning curve, and next time we won't shoot the next one.
At least Titted Tastefully wouldn't run away on sight if you went back to her
Oh yeah.
because you
Oh,
saved
God.
her, and you know where she lives.
I have a cunning plan.
You're going to go back to Milan.
No, that wasn't the plan.
Oh, okay.
I have a cunning plan.
What is it then,
I'm so-
Baldrick?
No, I'm suddenly wondering what this woman from HR looks like.
You text her for a picture.
Text her for a picture.
If she looks
Alright.
like Edith, we're not taking her.
The first thing you get back is
Send
a
nudes.
vagina pic.
You are determined to scar me for life.
It's hairy.
Okay.
This is not Brazilian wax.
It's usable. Want facial, want full body pic.
Okay. Imagine Theresa May put on weight.
Right. See,
You did that?
Here's the problem. I never want to imagine Theresa May. Ever. Apart from possibly at the end of a gibbet. But
Maybe what if we get some or invent some sort of anti-aging stuff and turn Bobbly Booby's mother like 70 years younger or something? I'm sure it's gonna be more feasible now at this rate.
Well, technically, yes, the surgical knowledge to do that does exist.
How much is a clone?
If you take some genetic material, cloning isn't legal on Earth, but if nobody knows, no one's any the wiser. You could go do it up on Milligure.
This was legal.
I mean, no, but no one's discovered it yet. I mean, let's face it, most of the witnesses have just died. You blew up Venice.
We could take half the body with us.
You just need a
We'll clone
genetic
it.
sample and take it up to Milli and get a clone printed.
Yep. Let's do it.
Okay.
Now, you might have to
Perfect.
do some bribery, just to be clear, because what you're suggesting is not by the law. I'm just saying it's medically possible.
Yeah. We're agents like the law has ever stopped us before.
Okay.
It almost
Sounds like
did
a pretty
when we
decent
have.
plan.
It
Right.
almost did the law stop us when we got a super fast droid following us and bashing into walls.
Mhm.
Yeah, the law's not terribly effective, is it? Right, you take a genetic sample of Bobbly Boobies 93 and you go up to Milli. So basically, for those that don't know, Milli is a space station above Earth. It's where genetic experiments happen because they're not allowed on Earth. It's quite a big space station. We're not talking like ISS. We're talking the size of a moderate town. It's got a number of businesses. It's big enough to have, admittedly small scale, but little skyscrapers, sort of 12 to 15 story type buildings within it. It's a big enough place, although they're not technically skyscrapers, they're space scrapers, right? But or star scrapers. But it's like, imagine what was that film, Elysium, something like that, but a bit smaller than Elysium, but that kind of thing. You've got the disc spinning and so the interior colony. So you head up to Milli. It's going to cost you 500 credits a piece for the flight. I just made that up and it sounds way too cheap, but that's what I'm going to charge. There are a number of options of cloning, but you're looking for something a little bit below board, so you head to a seedy district of town, presumably. And we're going to see, you kind of, I think this is going to be like there must be a streetwise equivalent. If I can find my character sheet again, I've lost it. What have I done with the character sheet?
The street culture.
Street culture. Thank you. Oh, there's my character sheet. So it's going to be street culture and perception to try and find a suitably dodgy-looking contact.
Let's give it a try.
This will be a group roll, so I need it from all of you.
I made it by 1.
That's made by 1.
Yeah, I made it by 2.
Made by 3 in total.
No, I made it just barely. Sorry. That's 11 out of 11, yes.
Oh, okay. So you're 1 ahead so far. Kyle?
I'm just deciding whether or not I'm going to use conviction for it.
And Dirk?
Muted.
You're muted.
I think I better use conviction for it.
How many conviction points are you
plus
allowed
1
to
at the
use?
moment. How much are you short by? I need your excesses, because it's the total excess has got to pass.
Oh, 4.
You failed by 4. So you're 3 behind at the moment. Kyle?
At the moment, without me spending conviction points, I have failed by 5.
Okay. You would need both Dirk and Kyle, or basically between the group, between the party, you're going to have to spend two people have to spend conviction to get that to pass.
I
haven't got any.
Sorry? Dirk?
I'll spend 2.
It's got to be 2 people, not 1 person spending 2.
I'll spend a conviction.
Okay, so 1 from Dirk, 1 from Kyle.
Yeah.
I can spend it. I got 5 if
Well,
needed.
that's 3 of you, but it only needs 2. So
Yeah,
between you.
if Dirk and Kyle don't have much conviction, I can spend it, no problem.
No, I'm okay for conviction.
Yeah, I've got 1 left, but that'll be fine.
Yeah.
No, okay, I was spending it instead of Dirk.
Okay, so Kyle and Carlo each spend a conviction. You have collectively managed to find a dodgy doctor. He's from Clones R Us. Yes, yeah, I can grow you one of them in a few days. Is it anyone I'd know? He's looking at the sample all excited.
Possibly, actually.
Can you make her slightly less aggressive than the original?
Oh, that's. You've got to upload your own brain into it. I can't put a brain in it.
Oh,
I mean,
fuck.
I put the meat there, but consciousness has to be from you, right?
Well, actually, no, that's not a problem. We can.
Yeah,
That's fine.
Okay. All
that's
right. Now
much better.
we just need the chip. It's got to have a chip. So, you'll have to provide that. I mean, I'm going to give you a chipless body with no mental capacity. That's what you'll get, and it's going to cost you 10k.
Did we have chips?
You all have one embedded in
Yeah,
you.
but
Yeah.
didn't we have some spares?
You've got some schematics. So this is the next part of the quest. to get
get
some
the right
chips
chip.
made. Right. So yeah. So he'll grow you. It's going to cost you 10k between you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right?
I mean,
I
I've
can-
got over 10k, just me,
Okay.
so that's fine.
I got,
Yeah, I
got
mean, we can put 2,500 each.
Yeah. 2.5k each.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah,
He says it will take a couple of days to grow the blank. He calls it a blank.
Okay. Then we acquire the chip and we should be good to go.
Yeah. So
It's very complicated for one simple plan that was retrieve a big-titted girl.
She
Then
tried to
we
kill
found
us.
one, we killed one. Well,
Look
yes,
at
we
Doug's
could.
face from the milk projectile.
That
It's
hurt. That did.
Yeah, I was thinking that given how everything went down, we might as well have abducted one general NPC off the streets. That would have given
yes, but
us
it
way
wouldn't.
less problems than this.
It wouldn't have been as much fun.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I do agree with that. I was just thinking about the pain in our asses to acquire a chip and waiting for days to have the fucking body.
well, Aluvitar phone calls you to get a status update on the body, and presumably you explain the situation. She goes, now the chip I have a solution for. You've already got the schematics for the perfect chip. But what we need to do is to build it. I'm going to need you to do a raid on the chip factory. Dun, 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 and we'll continue that next week.
Oh, is this somewhere in the UK with lots of fish that are battered?
Oh, that's a brilliant idea. I might have to use that.
Oh, really? So...
We'll see what else we come up with. There's also Halloween next week, so it might be a more spooky theme.
Ooh.
But, we shall see. For now, though, I shall end the stream. Thank you, everybody, for listening to the opening warning. We've had no viewers throughout, and that's what we like, because otherwise I would definitely get cancelled. So, goodbye, nobody.
Goodbye.
Arrivederci.